The Antichrist reign, for all of its brevity, is going to be the most wicked and heinous time on earth, because it will be the first time that absolute demon-controlled individuals have had the power that they're going to be allowed to have. That God is just going to allow, God designed this. So this is going to happen because God said it's going to happen. And so it's easy for us to add other verses to what we know about Satan and make this a simple declaration, and that is that it has always been the goal of Satan, but it will certainly be the manifest goal of Satan in the Antichrist era to do two things. Number one, to destroy God's kingdom. The verses that we read specifically identified Jews and Christians as his target. Read the entire chapters that those verses, we took the excerpt of the verses that only dealt with the mark of the beast, but if you read all those chapters that were on your screen a moment ago, if you read all of these chapters, all of them, Revelation 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, and the first portion of 20, and then it's over there. But if you read those, you will see where Jews and Christians are named as the target for the Antichrist. He wants to obliterate God's chosen, the Jewish nation, and to obliterate the Christians who have also kept the testimony of Christ. And that's in one verse. Both of those are in one verse in particular. The Jews and those who have kept the testimony of Christ. So that's his primary goal, wipe out. If there's any Christians here during the time of the Antichrist, we're not going to talk about rapture tonight. This will be the only time you hear me say pre-trib, mid-trib, and post-trib. All you'll hear me say is someone is going to lose their head during the time of the Antichrist. You'll hear me say John looked heavenward and saw all of those who had been beheaded during that time, those who held on to their testimony of Jesus during that time. So if you can deduce a pre-trib rapture from that, God bless you. That's the only thing I'll say about it, because this lesson is not about rapture. This lesson is about specifically the mark of the beast and why Satan wants it. So his first goal is to simply destroy everything God has built. And then his second goal is to be worshiped as God is worshiped. And so he will show himself as God. I don't know how Satan's interaction with the Antichrist will be. I don't know if the dragon will be invisible and he will simply work through the Antichrist as God our Father does. But I do know that whether he is invisible or not, he will demand worship of him through the Antichrist. And that's what the false prophet's job will be, is to create worship for him.